This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famers, Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
The Jason Walker Show, broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Here's Jason Walker.
Boy, hey, what up? Happy Monday. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Big show today in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. We're going to chat with Scott Evans about his retirement from Helena High, both as a teacher and football coach, and his future plans. We're also going to talk with Guy Almquist, the Capital Boys coach, and get his thoughts on a very successful Bruin weekend. And a whole lot more. Your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week is coming up. And it looked like a just final score just now as Carroll College men defeated Embry-Riddle down in Arizona, 86-48. Saints now 14-1 on the season after losing for the first time the other day. But we're back. A great weekend in Bozeman. You can watch on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, and so many more places. JasonWalkerShow.com. Go there. Spotify, Apple, all the podcasts, Google Play, Verbal, Rumble. We're everywhere. You can call us, 406-209-1267, what you thought you enjoyed over the weekend, and check in. Also, what else? Oh, you can tweet us at JWalkerSports on the Twitter, and email Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com. Man, what a weekend, though. Bobcats get the win, 31-17 down in Bozeman over South Dakota State. A dominating defensive performance, especially in the second half. And they held South Dakota State to just over 140 or 130-some yards rushing, which a lot of that, about half of that, came on one run for Pierre Strong Jr. But after that, the Bobcats stiffened up, and they did it without Chase Benson. They did it without Ty Okada on that defensive side. They also did it without the top two running backs in Isaiah Ifanse and Lane Sumner. And the Cats are headed off to Frisco, Texas, and to play North Dakota State in the national championship. And I don't know if that area, Frisco, Plano, Dallas, Fort Worth, if there's enough alcohol in the state of that area, really, for North Dakota State and Montana State fans that are going to be traveling. I heard tickets have sold out. 20,000 plus tickets already gone. It's crazy. We will be going down. The Jason Walker Show will be going down. And if you would like to hop on board as a little bit of a sponsor for that week, let me know. Get a hold of us. That would be awesome, because we're heading down for the coverage, and any help would be appreciated. So there is that. Let's see. Great weekend, though, for the Cats, man. Tommy Malott, what else can you say about the kid, right? He just does it. 4 more touchdowns. He had 5 last week in the win at Sam Houston State. He comes back home to Bozeman and gets 4 more. It was just unbelievable. And again, to do it without Isaiah Fonte. You saw maybe you didn't, but maybe you did, the reaction from Tommy on the sidelines, the final seconds. ESPN captured it, him crying, how much it meant to the freshman from Butte. I mean, the kid from Montana led his team to the national championship game in just his 3rd career start. And Lance McCutcheon with a big catch. It was just a lot of fun being down there and watching that game, for sure. Let's see, do I have... So this is from my Twitter feed. Wait. Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but here's the catch. from McCutcheon. Right in front of me. It was so cool. What a great catch here. Watch it again. You can courtesy me on that. There it is. Unbelievable. Just a fantastic catch. And that came after an interception. And there's Tommy Malott signing an autograph afterwards. And just bloodied and bruised and beaten up. But the kid he's a gamer, man. And it was a lot of fun having him down, or watching him. Here is one of the signs we saw down there. Tommy again. And this was, I took this, we were on the field. And so that's the East bleachers. They were still pretty full, but that's the field. Michigan, remember when they beat Ohio State and everybody posted that? They ain't got nothing on Montana State, man. That was awesome. Yeah, so it was a good time. It was a good time down there. And congratulations to Montana State for getting the win. And what's really cool, too, is Jeff Choate was there. And there was a great scene with him and Coach Vegan holding onto each other, shaking hands, and then a big, big hug, which was really, really cool. And let's see, can we put that picture up? I think we can. This was from Brandon Sullivan, so we're giving him the credit. So there's the shaking of the hands, and then there's the big hug from the two architects of this team, really. There's no question about that. But, man, it was awesome to see Choate back, and a lot of great fun. Super, super great time. Just the feeling down there. I mean, that stadium was rocking. Over 20,000 were there. And, I know it's not 26,000, but still, you can't beat what Montana State did. And super, super cool. And just pleasure to be down there. It was a lot of fun. And to have my son with me, too, Bob, which was pretty cool. But, yeah, here's some more scenes from the field. After first it was the student section, and then pretty much everybody came down and celebrated with that Bobcat team. And yeah, super, super cool. Is this the one? Let's see. The fumble that kind of sealed the deal. Coach Vegan, hollering to get down, get down. Minute left, Daniel Hardy with the recovery. Coach Vegan. Little Alabama in the background. The place was rocking. It was loud the entire ball game. And, yeah. Brian Armstrong, Army, Coach Army. Former Rocky dude. Great coach. But super fun time down in Bozeman. And we'll be down there, our coverage. So if you want to come down and join us, or not join us, but help get us down there and cover some of the expenses, that'd be appreciated. But anyway, fun weekend. So the Cats will have more coverage, obviously, the week leading up as we head down. So let's see, what else did we want to hit on here in the early going? Wrestling, great weekend of wrestling in high school. Holy cow! The CMR Holiday Classic went to Billings West on the boys' side, Senior second, Great Falls High third, and then Belgrade Glasgow Capital. And we're not going to run through all of them, but we'll run through your winners. 103, Zach Morse of West. 113, Keon Hernandez of West. 120, Mason Gutenberger of Belgrade. Teammate Carter Schmidt of Belgrade at 126. Idrin Peak, Senior, 132. Carson DeRozier of Capital got the win at 138. No surprise there. Israel Moreno of Big Sky, 145. Bozeman's Avery Allen, 152. Drake Rhodes of West at 160. Paolo Salmonen of Skyview, 170. Austin Vanek, Cutbank, took the 182. Kyler Halleck of Glasgow, 205, and Talon Marsh of Capital, 285. And congratulations. These are all, by the way, Auto Contest Performance of the Week nominees. Team scores for the girls: Billings Senior 1, Skyview 2, Glacier 3, and then Belgrade Poplar to the top 5. Angelina Escarcega of Poplar at 103, Kaylin Taylor, Great Falls, 113, Lily Grimsmer of Cascade at 120. I love the fact that girls wrestling is an official sport. Hanya Halverson of Flathead, 126. Viha Kegel, Skyview, 132. Mariah Wall of Cutbank, 138. Precious Kaiser of Poplar, 145. 152, Kendall Tucker of Senior. Cabry Taylor of White Sulphur, 170. Cassidy Savaria of Skyview, 205. And Nora Larson of Belgrade, 285. So there's your winners at the Holiday Classic. That's super cool. Boys and girls. Another Auto Contest Performance of the Week nominees: Scobie Boys Basketball, breaking Sentinel's all-class record, winning a 57th consecutive game over the weekend. That's getting the job done. So congratulations to the Spartans. And Scobie Spartans, right? Yeah. And good luck this week. Break that record. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. And when we do, we'll talk to former Helena High football coach Scott Evans. It's weird saying that, but he has earned his right to retire. But man, super cool. The opening segment of the Jason Walker Show, presented by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. 3 distinct divisions so you can create the log home of your dreams and, most importantly, your budget. The milled log packages are logs of consistent diameter, great versatility, beauty, and strength for your home. Also, the handcraft division, each log is individually crafted together to create walls, trusses, and all the extra details. And if the taste runs to timber frame construction and accents, Montana Custom Log Homes does everything from mortise and tenon joinery to steel joinery, and every combination between. Every house is customized to you and made to order. Go to the website, yourcustomlog.com, for more information. All right, quick break. We'll come back, and Scott Evans will talk about his retirement decision next. This is the Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle, it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Your text, tweets, calls if you'd like, and also Scott Evans next.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle, and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com. Fall is officially here, and now is the perfect time to get your rig tuned up before the big hunt. That means a lift kit from Auto Concepts. An Auto Concepts lift kit will help take you places only the animals can go. And when you do get that big one, make sure you have help to get it home with a winch to pull it out. Or maybe you'll be a good friend and help pull someone out of the snowbank. Check out AutoConceptsHelena.com for more ideas. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark Laro Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklarophotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklarophotography.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show. A Monday, having fun in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. You can watch always on Facebook, Twitter. You can also get a hold of us at Twitter, at JWalkerSports there. Also, you can call in or text 406-209-1267. We'll have coverage of the trip down to Frisco, Texas, coming up in January. And if you'd like to help sponsor that trip and get some name recognition here on the show, you can get a hold of us. Same phone number, or Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com. Still to come, we're going to talk to Guy Almquist about the Bruins' big weekend. Also, Auto Concepts Performance of the Week coming up on this day in history, and much more. But it is time to check in with some football. And got the news last week, and Scott Evans was going to step down after 4 years as the head coach at Helena High and 29 years total with the Bengals, as also retiring as a teacher when school lets out in June. And he joins us now on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline to talk about that decision, plus who wins the national championship game in January. Scott Evans now on the Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach, we were just talking, and I said, look, you thought you were done with me in November. You knew you were going to retire. Here I am bugging you again, but congratulations on retirement.
Well, I appreciate that very much, Jason. You know, it's definitely something I'm looking forward to, but at the same point in time, I'm going to miss what I did for a living.
Take out the football aspect of this. You've been a great teacher, and you're giving that up as well and retiring from teaching. When did you make this decision, and what brought you here?
You know, I never go about my life haphazardly. I know some people kind of think I act that way at times, but that's just a juvenile delinquent in me that comes out at times. But, you know, overwhelming. I've kind of been looking at it for about the last 6-7 years in life, and I've talked about it, where I want to be at and where we want to be at as a family. And so I kind of looked at where Marcus was going, and, you know, as soon as the boys started making a decision where they're at and where I wanted and watching them, it kind of became more apparent. And I just, more than anything else, is I love what I do for a living, but it's a time and place where I really don't want to grade papers ever again after this year. So I'm kind of looking at it that way. I looked at the coaching aspect, and I was asked to stay as a head coach too, but I didn't think that's fair to this program and fair to the kids here at Helena High School. So I made sure I stepped down at both of them. So it's kind of it's both of them at the same time. It's bittersweet, but still sad at the same time.
You've had a great run, both in the classroom and on the football field. But I didn't know you were old enough to be a grandpa. You're going to be a grandpa next month. Is that right?
In February.
February,
yeah.
okay.
February, I'm going to be a grandpa, and that's pretty cool. I was just at the house just now, and the daughter-in-law's doing great. They're expecting a little boy, so we'll have another little Evans running around eventually here. That's kind of cool to hear. I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, it's a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah, I don't want to know yet. I'm hoping that both my oldest daughters, she's the smart one, and I don't have to worry about her. But Bob, I worry about. Do I have a grandbaby in the Ukraine? I worry about that. And you know, Bob.
I don't disagree with you on that one. You may have somebody of the Slavic descent over there somewhere. I don't know.
Well, she's a tall blonde, at least. Scott Evans, our guest here, the former Helena High football coach. He'll officially retire at the end of the school year from both. Everybody always asks these, the questions, favorite memory, favorite player you coached. But what really stood out to you over the last, 30 years almost at Helena High?
This is such a people business. It's the people, it's the players, to the colleagues, my assistant coaches, the coaches I've been with. It's a people business, and so you never forget the people. That's, somebody asked me a question about most memorable game and things like that, and I said, well, there's a lot of them, but you never forget the people and the people you meet. And you go around the state, and I've been blessed and fortunate to know a lot of people throughout the state because of what I do for a living, and that still holds true. And I get the honor, besides being called a dad and a husband, I get called coach, and that's a heck of an honor that, has been bestowed upon me. So I think that's the most memorable thing I have.
And you've coached with some great guys over the years, too. Of course, 25 years, I guess, under Tony Arnson. But, you mentioned Coach Cloker and some of the others that have been there for a long time with you guys. It's quite the run that Helena High had. Oh, yeah.
I actually got a run a 6-time national title as my assistant for a while there, Mike Gandhi. So I thought I'd hit the Mecca right there. So, there's so many great coaches and guys that I've had the privilege of being around here at Helena High, and that even goes back to my time. And I've been blessed and fortunate to be coached by some of the big names of coaching in the state of Montana, from Mick Delaney to Mick Dennehy to, just the guys that I know. And throughout them as a coach here at Helena High, I've ran the gambit of Bill Sprinkle to, to Tony and all the guys that have come through. It's quite a list, and I'm so excited that I can actually kind of reminisce with some of those guys and kind of talk about them and go on from there.
There's not many of those Western guys still coaching now. I mean, you were one of the last of the breed.
Yeah, like Nick Mahellis over there, got a couple other guys. I've been very fortunate. The coaching tree that I come from, the guys that I'm around, it's pretty solid still. We're around the nation, and it's just not as many in Montana as there used to be. But, hopefully we can get up some numbers back up there and get the coaching crew going again. You've got 3 boys over in Missoula all at the same time. I didn't realize you had one playing in the orchestra, which is really cool. Yeah. And then 2 playing football, or going to be playing football. Obviously, we know where you're going to be every Saturday for the next few years. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. We had a pretty amazing weekend a couple weeks ago. We went to the Eastern playoff game on Friday night. And then the next night, we went to the Missoula Symphony and watched Fisher play. So it's pretty blessing, a great blessing that you can go from. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a Renaissance man quite yet, but I'm pretty eclectic on what I get to do during a given weekend in Missoula. So it's a pretty great experience, and they're all successful in what they're doing. And I mean, despite me, so it's perfect on that regard.
Well, you've had a pretty good run on the dad side of things too, so that's pretty cool too. I mean, not many people can say that. So, congrats on that part.
I appreciate that very much. Yeah, it's humbling at times to see how great they're doing, and it just makes you proud every day.
We're talking with Scott Evans, the former Helena High football coach. Biggest regret leaving Helena High, not people related.
You know, I'd like to say it's not win a state title, but that's just too easy. I think the biggest regret is that I never got a chance to be on a field that wasn't caked in mud and crappy as hell. That's my biggest regret. It's facility-wise. It goes back to kids and program for me. I'd love to be able to get the chance. We rebuilt the weight room here at the time I was here, and we did it over the last couple of years, and we did that. And I'd have loved to see the stadium get better for the kids, and so they had a better product to walk into. That's one of the things I'd love to see.
Eric Peterson stepped down after winning with Helena High girls a couple years ago. What is the next coach going to inherit team-wise? Because Ben Dudek's done a pretty good job with those Helena High girls, despite not winning a state title since then.
I think there's quality kids here. I mean, we got a great team. I think we lost 5 games total from freshman on up to varsity last year. He's got a bunch of returning starters coming back. I think he's got a good working class group of kids. It's a Helena High crew, I like to call it. There's a couple good star names in there, but it's not all star studded, just good hard working guys. I think he's got a good team, and if they can keep themselves together and believe in the kids, everything will be just fine. I think this is going to be a successful program that's been built for that. So all I'm doing is kind of hand the keys over to the work truck, so they can just take the work truck and go. There you go. Who is going to step in? Who would you like to see? Is it somebody from inside the family or outside? I can't really call that one. There's some guys out there that I like to see do it, absolutely. And I think there's some quality guys in our staff who can handle this program very well and do a great job with it and take it to the next step. And I think that's, it's apparent around the time, and I'm going to do my talking on the side, make sure I do as much as I possibly can to make sure I hope it stays in the family. But once again, I don't get paid the big bucks to make decisions around here. So, and if they did, I guess things would probably change differently, but who knows? Scott Evans, our coach here, or our guest here, the former coach of Helena High, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. All right, so you've got a whole bunch of kids that you've coached heading over to play in Missoula now. How big of a factor was that? Was it just your sons, or was it everybody else that's gone over there? It's funny because I've dealt a lot with MSU football, with Chase Benson and Holden Sampson and Alex Johnson over there. So it really wasn't actually kid. It was more kid-oriented towards my kids this time because I still follow Chase quite a bit and want to make sure I go with him wherever he goes and take care of him best I can. But, the Missoula thing is cool. We, not going to lie, my wife and I went over and we bought some land over in Coeur d'Alene. So we were kind of looking over that area too and settling in and get a nice view of the lake, and some of my good friends are over there too as well, and they settle in there. So, there's some different things that were going on in our lives, and the Missoula thing kind of worked out that way. At one point in time, I didn't know where Marcus was going to go, so it was kind of like, I could be switching between, so I might have to live in Butte at one point in time. I don't know. I think you'd stay okay in Helena if that would have been the case. Yeah, I don't know if I would have got my wife to move to Butte. That was kind of enough. Yeah. Okay, so when you get to Coeur d'Alene, I'm going to come over and we got to go golf, or at least just get me onto some golf courses out there. Well, I don't know if your game's well enough for some of those courses, but I'll lie for you. I'll get you on there. It's probably not. But if I'm with you, everybody hangs out with Scott Evans. Well, it kind of is apparent. It seems that way. I got Chiller on the course over there, and he's not very good. I'm going to tell you that much right now. He tears up courses like no other. Well, I can see that. You bring up Chase Benson. How cool at Montana. I know you're a Grizz guy, but Montana State's going to the national championship. Will you root for them or just root for players? Oh, you know what? I'm a Montana guy. I guess I just had to talk just now with a guy about that. And I'm kind of my boys will play for the Grizzlies, but I love seeing the Montana kids succeeding. So I want MSU to go all the way and win this sucker and do something great for Montana. I think that's a wonderful thing that they're doing down there. And I love seeing Tommy doing well, and, Anderson and Chase and all that. There's so many Montana guys doing great things. So I want Montana kids to succeed. So I'm going to be rooting my ass off for Montana kids and Montana State to go win that sucker, because that's just cool.
It is very cool. You can give me some inside info. Is Chase going to be healthy?
I'm hoping the big fella's ready to go. We're praying for him and hoping that everything heals up. And we're going to talk a little bit tomorrow, see him tomorrow. So I'm hoping that he's going to be all healed up. But like I said, we'll just kind of play that by ear right now. But I hope so, because I know how hard he's worked to get to the position where he's at. So I just want him to have that next chance.
I saw him on the sideline, and you could tell he wanted to be out there on Saturday. But he also got huge from the time. I mean, he was a big dude at Helena High, but he got huge in Montana State.
Oh, yeah. He is he's two humans. He's not just one. He's two.
No, he is definitely a big boy.
Yeah. No, I'm just so proud of what he's done and those guys down there. Like I said, I guess one of my biggest heartaches, and I know you're a big cat and stuff like that, is that we can't come together as one state, just root for our state right now. That's what we need. We need to get a million of us yelling at the top of our lungs to get a win out of that, because that only promotes Montana football and what it should be, and it shows people how great Montana kids are at what they do. So that's what I want.
Scott Evans, our guest here. All right, I got to ask you this: between North Dakota State and between Montana State, is there enough alcohol in Frisco, Texas, or Plano, or that area for those two fan bases?
I don't think they knew what they were getting into down there. They drink something like Shiner Bock and stuff like that down there. And those people are they're walking in a hornet's nest of people walking in there. They got the guys from the Montana Blizzards and North Dakota Blizzards coming down there to warm country. Hell, they may run out. I mean, they might shortchange that whole state. They thought things are big in Texas. They haven't seen that crew come down there yet. I saw that the tickets are all sold out, too. The heck.
Oh, did they already?
That's what I heard, but I don't know. I'm going to have to check on that one. I'm looking at that one because we thought about heading down to it, but we're just like, I don't know if we can get a ticket.
A 20,500 seat. They should move it to Jerry's place.
That would be cool, man. Old Jerry World, it's the star there. I can't remember how many that holds. I think it holds 30,000 or something like that.
Jerry's World? I think it holds more than that. It's
No, I'm talking about the star. Their practice facility holds.
Oh, yeah. You could just play there. But, man, if you played at Texas Stadium, oof.
No, that would be cool.
I mean, you could easily, I bet you could fill 50,000 seats.
You might be able to do that one. And I've been at a game there, and that's kind of a nice place to watch a football game. I'll tell you that, too.
Yeah, AT&T Stadium. There's no Cowboys game that day, so I'm saying just let's move the game.
I can see that being a big move. I think you should run that campaign.
I will start on it. Oh man, hey, I'm very happy for you and the family, and some very nice words from your wife on Twitter the other day. Appreciate that. I'll be rooting for the boys. I'll be hoping they do well but lose every game, because that's just being a Bobcat. That's how it rolls, right?
I have never quite figured that one out. I just like it's a weird one for me. I'm going to tell you that right now. I mean, I'm a West guy. There's times that I love when Phil was winning national titles. That wouldn't mean I'm going to wear purple, but I'm still like the fact that there's Montana kids doing something well. So
I do like that.
I'm just going to keep with that mantra, and I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm riding the right horse or what, but I'm going to ride that horse until it dies. Root for Montana kids to do well.
Would you root for Tech to win a national championship?
I did root for Tech at one point in time, because I used to go fishing with Bob Green up in Alaska. So I loved Bob Green, and I got to know Coach real well, Morel, when he was there. So I rooted for those guys. And that was tough on me, because I've got a lot of guys at Tech, though. I won't wear green, but I'll root for them.
Okay, so you only wear the red and black and then the maroon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You won't root for Rocky to win, because that's green, too. All right. But what do you think, by the way, what's Coach Morrell going to do out in Washington? That's a pretty cool hire.
That is a great hire. I'm so happy for him and his family. That's just a great deal for him.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great deal. I mean, that's, the tremendous effort they put over in South Dakota, then come over to Tech, and then go down with his buddy DeBoer down at Fresno State, and then get to move to Washington. That's a pretty cool deal in the coaching ranks. You take care of the ones that take care of you, and so that's cool to see.
Well, hey, I appreciate the time you've given us over the years, and it's always been fun, whether we were sitting in the office or, swapping fun stories after the recordings were done, and that's the best time is talking to you guys as coaches about stuff that isn't football related is always a good time. So appreciate everything you've done for us over the last few years too, Coach.
I appreciate it very much, Jason. Thanks all the times, bud. It's been great being around.
Scott Evans joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All of our guests appear via the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. It's not just a bundle. It's your home. It's your auto. It's your life. Mike understands that. Get a hold of Mike at Mike Miller State Farm in Helena. Good luck to Coach Evans and his family. That's pretty cool. There you go. Speaking of coaching news, I'm hearing of some possible coaches of Montana State leaving. Well, it's not hearing. I think it's going to happen for Colorado State after the national championship game. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Bobby Daly could be one of them that's headed to CSU. They got a new coach down there after the previous coach had some issues. But we'll keep an eye on that. So there you go. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk some hoops with Guy Almquist. Bruins had a nice weekend, and he will join us to talk about that. Also, your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, and on the state and history, the walk-off, and more still to come. Hang on, Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Fall is officially here, and now is the perfect time to get your rig tuned up before the big hunt. That means a lift kit from Auto Concepts. An Auto Concepts lift kit will help take you places only the animals can go. And when you do get that big one, make sure you have help to get it home with a winch to pull it out. Or maybe you'll be a good friend and help pull someone out of the snowbank. Check out AutoConceptsHelena.com for more ideas. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918 or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
Listen to The Jason Walker Show anytime and anywhere. Download The Jason Walker Show on iTunes, Google Play, or wherever you enjoy podcasts.
You can also get it at Spotify. You can also get it on Verbal, Rumble, anywhere. JasonWalkerShow.com as well. Final segment coming up on this day in history, our auto contest performance of the week, and much more. I saw this yesterday too. It was a great day a great weekend for the Bobcats. Really, their men's basketball won on a last-second shot yesterday over Portland. The women won on Saturday, and Montana State's former standout, in fact, the all-time leading scorer, Big Sky history, Tyler Hall, signed a 10-day contract with the New York Knicks. So hopefully he can impress enough over the next 10 days to get an extended contract. That'd be really cool. Also saw this over over the weekend. Friend of mine in Bozeman put this up. This was Saturday. He did this, and he said plenty of good seats available at Washington Grizzly Stadium on Saturday. So while the Cats were at home. It's just funny. Come on, people. Have fun. All right. Speaking of having fun, the Capital Boys basketball team had a lot of fun over the weekend, picking up a couple of big home wins as they hosted Senior in West. And joining us now to talk about that and tomorrow night's matchup with the Hawks of Bozeman is the head coach of the Bruins, Guy Almquist, joining us now on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Well, Coach, a successful Bruin weekend as you guys go and get a couple of big victories. How's the emotions today?
Yeah, great weekend for our guys. Two really good basketball teams in our gym this past weekend, and thought our kids were real resilient. Did a great job on the defensive end. Few breakdowns here or there, but in general, especially early in the season, did a good job. And offensively, we're doing just enough. We're not far from a finished product, but really happy with the attention to detail of our kids, and we made some progress from week 1 to week 2.
Which is always a big thing, and when you get those home victories, it's obviously you want to, take charge and get those done. These early season games are always fun to see where you rank against other teams across the state. But after 3 games, how are you feeling about the boys?
Feel good. I think our potential is there. I think we can make a good run this season. We just need to make sure that we dial it in every practice, every day, every week, and throughout the year, and make sure we continue to get better. Like I said, I think we've got a long ways to go offensively. I think there's some improvements to do, especially from a rebounding perspective on defense, and we're still turning the ball over a lot. But again, I think as you look at all the teams throughout the state in this first few weeks, it's kind of a wild and crazy couple weeks before Christmas, and all in all, it's hard to complain where we're at. Kids are working hard, and it's been fun so far.
Defensively, you played a lot of zone, and are you a zone coach? Are you Jim Boeheim?
No. In fact, probably until 6-7 years ago, I've never played zone, but it's just, we're doing what I think are some unique things with our zone defense, and it's allowing us to pressure the ball a little bit and match up on the perimeter. Frankly, we're not, I think in the past, zone teams were to stop the ball from getting at the rim and whatnot, and we really do it so we can match up on the perimeter. And it's just, we're mixing it up. We play multiple defenses each game, and then ultimately we sort of choose to go with one that's working the best, at least so far this year. Although I guess against Gallatin, we finished the last quarter and a half playing man-to-man. That's what was working best. This week can have to be zone. That's kind of how we'll move forward. Is whatever's working the best, that's what we want to run. We want to we're looking to win. I don't care how it's done.
Talking with Guy Almquist, the Capital Boys basketball coach. We know about Braden Cook, but Jacob Curry stepped up and hit some big shots from the outside, which really helped open things up for you guys.
Yeah, Jacob's playing great. He's really continued what started last year's state tournament. He played great in the state tournament, really got some confidence, had a big summer, and is coming in this year ready to go. And you know, as I've stated a couple times, you know, Braden's going to get a lot of attention. We know that, but we've got other good players. And Jacob so far has been taking advantage of those opportunities, and I think he'll do that all year. So he puts a lot of work in, and he's ready to go at game time. So really happy for him so far in his performance.
You got a lot of points off turnovers this week, and that's going to be big, and that's key in any basketball game. Doesn't matter the level. How do you keep that up?
Yeah, well, it is key. You know, whether you're man zone pressure, not pressure, you know, 3/4 court, half court, quarter court, you're trying to put pressure on the ball, and it's very difficult to score in double A if you're walking the ball down and you're trying to go against set defense. So any opportunities we can get to get a tip on a ball, deflection on a ball, get into those 2-on-1, 3-on-2 scenarios is good for us. And so, you know, usually throughout the game, we're looking to do that no matter what defense we're in, is pressure that ball and try and get in passing lanes, get deflections, and let our defense run into our offense. So I think that's crucial to what we do.
Guy Almquist, our guest here, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. Focus your attention now. You head on the road Tuesday night as you go down to Bozeman, take on the Hawks. They're always going to be good. What do you expect in that gymnasium?
Yeah, Bose, that's going to be a stiff test. Bozeman is loaded. They've got, from an offensive standpoint, they've got 6 or 7 guys who can shoot the three, literally 1 through 5 positions, spread the floor on you, can beat you off the dribble. You know, they scored 84 points against Glacier at 16 threes. We haven't even shot 16 threes in the game this year, and they made 16. So they're going to put a lot of pressure on us. It'll, you know, we're not going to hold them to 50 points. We know that. We're going to have to score the ball a little bit. We're going to have to match up with their guys, and we'll have to be multiple on defense for sure. But there's no question that's going to be a huge test for our team, and I'm excited for us to go on the road and get that game on film and see what happens. And I'm sure when we leave that gym, we'll know a lot of things we've got to get better at, and that's what the non-conference season is about.
How come you got to go to Bozeman twice?
Yeah, I guess it's just our lucky year. So 4 non-conference games, 2 at home and 2 on the road, and Billings are at home and the Bozeman games on the road.
Well, it's better to go to Bozeman than it is to Billings, right?
Yeah, I thought that worked out pretty good, if I'm honest. So again, it'll be as you know, Bozeman's got a lot of tradition in basketball, and this team is, I think most folks pick to win it, and so we know a lot of their guys, and it'll be a fun game for us to play.
When you play Bozeman over the years, you look back at some of those games. Which ones stand out?
Oh, boy, not all my memories are positive, I can tell you that.
Well, not when you were a player, when you were a coach.
Well, that too. Yeah. They just have so many good basketball teams. And I think the biggest thing that stands out, and is true with this team, is they've always had great depth. You're never just trying to stop 1 or 2 guys. I mean, they've always had 8, 9 guys that can play the game and be effective. And they just, over the course of the game, they just wear you out. And so, and of course, they've had great coaches along the way, and that's translated into a lot of success. So I'm happy. I'm always happy when they're on our non-conference schedule because, like I said, it's a great test, and we get better because of it.
Are there any more Hughes brothers coming up?
I think this is the last one. I think Brad, we can finally call him a quitter. I think this is the last one. So, and it might be the most talented one.
Really?
He's an extremely talented young man. He's probably not done growing. I think his potential is pretty high, and his best basketball is ahead of him. But he's a handful now. So, yeah, we'll let you know where he's at.
You've been stuck with those guys for a long time.
Yeah, well, if you coach long enough, you start having some of those runs. It's like, this year, I don't have to guard at Torgerson in Great Falls either. So,
well, that's good.
our program's happy about that. So, there's some of those names and brothers, and they're competitive, I'm sure, within their family, and he's the last of a lot of good Hughes players.
At least you're not coaching against kids you played against. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not coaching their kids yet.
Not yet. I think I'm probably getting close, though. There's a few that are out there, so it's interesting. Like I said, the longer you're there, you start to have some of those dynamics, and I've coached against some of the guys I played with in college or high school against their kids.
Right.
So it's getting interesting, but it's fun. That's part of why you're in coaching, is to be around kids, to keep you young. And just be involved in a great game of basketball.
You are a diehard Grizz fan. Who wins the national championship, or who do you root for in that game?
Oh, I don't root for either team. I root for people, though. Okay. There's no doubt. There's a lot of kids on that Montana State. Well, I don't know about a lot, but definitely some kids on the Montana State team that I either know or I've coached against or coached or whatnot. And you've got to be happy for a lot of those kids. I just know how much work goes into that. Whether you root for the Grizz or the Cats, it's I always find it disrespectful when you don't appreciate the work that the kids are putting in. And I think that the fans are frankly probably the worst part of it, of that. I think that the kids on both sides, coaches on both sides, I mean, they just grind and grind and grind. So I have a great deal of appreciation for that. And what the Bobcats are doing right now is really simply incredible. And they've got a lot of momentum, and they've got a fantastic leader, it seems like, in Coach Vegan, and a fantastic leader at quarterback, and in touchdown Tommy. And I think North Dakota State had better be ready for what's about to hit them here in a couple of weeks.
See, I like the way you phrase that, because it's always good. You can root for kids. Like I root for kids that are in Missoula playing for the Grizz. Whether you know them or not, they're good kids. But there's no way that you don't want the Cats to win national championship, right? Being a Grizz guy?
Oh, gosh, from the kid standpoint, when you're a fan of the Grizz, what becomes a challenge there is when you're friends who are Bobcat fans, it's always the fans, I think. I really, the kids, I'd be happy for them, for sure, and the coaches. I know some coaches there, no kids, and again, I'd be happy for them. What's hard is when you're a fan, and remember, fan is short for fanatic.
Right.
So I think that's where the angst comes from. I wouldn't have any problem with the Cats winning for those kids and coaches. Not at all.
Okay. So I guess I'll ask you on January 3rd what your prediction will be then. We'll wait a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's interesting. I hadn't realized until today that there was actually a break in the action there, and there's a couple weeks.
Yeah.
If I was the Cats, I'd be wanting to play that thing tonight with the momentum they got. So.
Yep.
But it'll I'm sure get some guys back healthy, hopefully, and you want both teams to be full strength when they play in a game of that magnitude.
Absolutely, especially get Chase Benson back would be. I know you know him pretty well from Helena High days, but will there be any?
How could you not root for a kid like that, right?
No, exactly. Right, yeah, you root for the kids.
So, yeah, those are the things that I think perspective is always good.
Okay, final question. Will there, between North Dakota State and Montana State, will there be any alcohol left come January 9th when everybody leaves Frisco?
Boy, that is a good question. It should be BYOB, because I'm not sure they're going to have enough down there. I think, I don't know if they have enough White Claw, that's for sure. That's what I'm really concerned about.
Oh, so, gross.
You're
not a White Claw guy, are you?
Oh, no.
Okay,
No.
Good.
No, I stick strictly to whiskey. So,
nice. I knew I liked you.
No, but that'll be interesting. Yeah. I remember the last time I actually went to the championship game, 2001, when the Grizz played Furman, and for those that were there, that was quite a party for sure. So I'd expect that both sets of fans who are obviously have a lot of pride and a lot of support for both schools should have a heck of a time down there. Yeah, it is going to be a party for sure. Guy Almquist joining us. Hey, thanks for the time as always. Good luck tomorrow, and have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you in the New Year. How's that? All right. Appreciate that, Jason. Merry Christmas. That is Guy Almquist joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline, and the Bruins at Bozeman tomorrow night. That'll be a good game. Let's see here. What else did I see before we
Did you guys see any of the press conference from Saturday when Troy Anderson was talking with Tommy Malott on the podium and said, "Hey, you won a couple state titles, right?" And Tommy's like, "Nope, lost that one." It was pretty funny. If you get a chance to go back and check it out on the Bobcats YouTube page, it was pretty good. All right, on this, the Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. I mean, we had some great nominees. You go all the way back to Tuesday. Damon Grovant, Lodgegrass had 44. Huntley's Paige Laughing had 31. Quinn Gillespie of Bridger 39 or at 30. And then Paige Laughing of Huntley had 38 on Thursday. Diamond Root of East Helena had 29 on Thursday. There was a bunch of pretty good ones. Let's see. Scobie's 57-game win streak. Friday, Logan Nicholson, Deer Lodge, 43. Tavius Randall of Belgrade had 29 on Tuesday and 35 on Friday. Bray Enabo of Conrad, 33, along with Brady Bance of Winnetgrass Range, 33. Blake Harmon, Chester Joplin Inverness, popped in 30. Saturday, R.J. Ramon of Harlem, 52 points. I think he hit 8 threes. Journey Emerson of Lame Deer, 42. Taya Trottier of Harlem, 38. So Harlem kids know how to score. Remember, it was a couple years ago, Brad Sehos of Harlem popped in 68, set a state record. We had him on the show. White Sulphur's Shaw Davis, 36. Laney Satariva, North Star, 35. Dougie Peoples, 32, Butte Central. A couple of 30-pointers, St. Lebray's Naden Whiteclay and Big Sandy's Braden Klein. And then Damon Grovant had a 29 backed up with the 44 from Tuesday. Braden Cook in there, 27. Tyler Harrington, 27 for Jefferson. So there were some really good ones. And then wrestling, of course, everybody that won up in CMR. But I think we got to go our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, that Montana State defense. It was so good, especially in the second half, against a really, really good South Dakota State team. I mean, this is a really good team and should have been one of the seeded top 8 teams, honestly. But Montana State's defense shut out the Jackrabbits in the second half. Tommy Malott, 4 more. He has 11 touchdowns in 3 games as a starter at Montana State. He had 2 in the first game in the playoffs. He had 5 down at Sam Houston and 4, 2 rushing, 2 passing this last weekend. So good. And Montana State is your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. On this day in history, brought to you by Mountain Nutrition, 3222 Centennial Drive. And they have unbelievable teas and shakes. The chocolate peanut butter Oreo is my favorite shake right now, and it's really good. Along with teas. The teas are boosted with a metabolism booster, and they're just so good. 21 vitamins and minerals, teas and shakes, 3222 Centennial Drive, Mountain Nutrition. It was great, by the way, to see Sue and everybody and a bunch of old friends down in Bozeman. It was a fun time on Saturday. So hopefully it'll be a good time down in Frisco, and we'll see you there if you're going. Let's see. Today is December 20th. It is National Sangria Day. It is Go Caroling Day. It is also National Mud Day. On this date in 1833, Samuel Mudd was born. He was an American physician who was later imprisoned for conspiring with John Wilkes Booth. And he basically helped hide out Booth after he shot Lincoln. 1921, the American League votes to return to a best-of-7 World Series. The National League wants a best-of-9. Judge Kennesaw Mount Landis cast the deciding vote for the best-of-7. 1938, Boston Bruins rookie goalie Frank Brimsek records his 3rd straight shutout in a 3-0 win over the New York Americans, making a 6th shutout in his first 8 NHL games. It's like Frankie Brimsek of the Bruins is kind of like, for hockey, is kind of what Tommy Malott is to Montana State right now. That's impressive. 1981, Winnipeg left winger Doug Smale set the NHL record. He scored just 4 seconds into a game. Fastest goal off the opening faceoff to the back of net in history. It was later tied by Brian Trottier and Alex McGillney. Also in 1981, Cleveland Browns set a team record. For the most fumbles, they had 9, and most total turnovers in a game with 10. Yeah. 1985, Howard Cosell retired from television sports after 20 years with ABC. Branch Rickey, born on this date in 1881, the great general manager, sports executive, got Jackie Robinson into the league. 1942, Bob Hayes was born, fantastic cowboy. He also won he was a two-time Olympic gold medalist, the 100 and the 4x1 relay in 1964. Also Pro Football Hall of Famer, three-time Pro Bowler with the Cowboys. He passed away in 2002. Timmy Houck, born on this date, 1966, in Butte, the NFL safety and coach. 1982, David Wright was born, Captain America, New York Mets player, born in Norfolk, Virginia. Let's see, what else happened on this date? 1803, the French flag was lowered in New Orleans to mark the formal transfer of the Louisiana Purchase from France to the USA for $27 million. On this date in 1820, Missouri imposed a $1 bachelor tax on unmarried men between the ages of 21 and 50. It's a Wonderful Life premiered in New York on this date in 1946, directed by Frank Capra, James Stewart, Don Reed. Elvis got his draft notice to join the U.S. Army in 1957, and on this date in 2019, the Little Shell tribe of Chippewa Indians of Montana was granted U.S. federal recognition, providing the right to certain legal and government benefits. I believe it's the 8th tribe to be recognized in the state of Montana. So congratulations. That's very, very cool. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. At some point in the next week or two, with all my kids, both of my oldest coming, going to have to get some Cafe Zydeco. I'm thinking some po' boy. I might go get one for lunch tomorrow. Just go get one for lunch tomorrow. Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Man, great weekend. And we've got a great week lined up. But appreciate Guy Almquist and Scott Evans joining us today. We'll talk to Helena High girls coach Ben Dudek coming up this week. Alex Eshelman, that's what she said, will join us. Also going to check in with Buzz Patterson. He used to carry the nuclear football, all the codes for the Secret Service. He had the briefcase. The football is what it's called. We'll talk to him this week. And also going to talk to a guy who's been to a bunch of different football stadiums this year. And he will join us this week as well. We're only here through Wednesday, so it's a busy, busy week as we get ready for Christmas, the holidays, and then heading off to Texas. And again, if you'd like to help support our trip down and become a sponsor for that week, get a hold of us at Jay Walker Sports on the Twitter. You can email us, Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com, and also get a hold of me, 209-1267. Hey, have a great Monday. It's exciting. This is going to be a fun couple of weeks because of the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, family, friends, and what? Oh yeah, and the Bobcats are headed to the national championship game to take on North Dakota State. Coverage continues this week and more. Hey, go to JasonWalkerShow.com if you missed anything. Have a great Monday night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow at 4. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.